What's going on, folks? This is Cam Hillier from Miller's RV in Baton Rouge, and today I want to show you the all-new redesigned 2025 Coachmen Leprechaun 319MB. I know it's a mouthful. All right, guys, before we get started, I always like to mention the like button helps a ton, the subscription button helps a ton too. 90% of the people who watch this video are not subscribed. If you don't find it useful, don't subscribe. If you find it useful, definitely subscribe and leave us a comment. Even if you don't like some things, leave us a comment. I know you guys don't have a problem doing that. So yeah, we definitely read them and we love the feedback. So without further ado, let's get started. All right, guys, so this is the 60th year of Coachmen motorhomes. So they're doing a new logo, which I say new, I think it's actually a throwback logo, but I love it. Super cool. I guess that's a Dalmatian. Well, I don't guess, that's what it is. Dalmatian. Totally redesigned front cap. So they've kind of, in the last like 2 or 3 years, you could probably seen some different front caps on the Leprechauns. You've seen some with the front windows, and then you've seen some with just LED lights, with like a strip of LED lights. Now, these are going to be your lights here instead of lights in the creases. So the cap looks different altogether. It also just like the lighting looks different. It's very subtle. It's hard to see. I actually haven't looked at it in night yet. I think it'll look pretty cool. I'll have to let you know on that. But I like the overall look, even with the lights off. So with this, you do have the diamond shield. So the diamond shield looks clear. It's hard. You can't even tell it's on there really right now, but that's gonna protect from rock chips, really mainly rock chips and other things like that. One thing that you might notice if you look at an older RV is that this diamond shield can get really nasty and it looks terrible. Sometimes you'll look at maybe like a 10-year-old RV and you'll see like it's got this nasty patch here and everyone is always like, what happened here? Well, it doesn't. All it is basically the diamond shield gets damaged, gets scratched. That happens if you get a bunch of bugs on it and you don't wash it off. But no worry, because you can peel it right off and it can take some work, but you peel it off and the paint looks brand new underneath, but it just keeps these spots that are really likely to get hit by rocks from chipping your paint. Also, you have side view cameras on this Leprechaun. What I love, this is new for 2025, is that they're painting the housing for this camera. It used to just be black, and which looked okay on some. On like the blue ones, it didn't look that great, or the brown ones, it really didn't look that great. But this is gonna be painted to match, so it looks really, really nice. All in all, I really like the profile of the new front. Like I said, I'm interested to see how these look at night, but overall, really, really happy about that. So we're gonna take you down the side now. This Leprechaun's got a little bit of everything. All right, guys, so we're down the entry door side of the Leprechaun now. This is an all new paint scheme for 2025. They have 2 new paint schemes. They have this, and then the other one I think is reddish. I can't really remember. We don't have that one yet, so I'm not 100% sure. But I really like this. It's not too crazy. It does have some really cool designs in it, but all the colors are neutral, so I actually really like that a lot. One thing also that I love is the black awning. I don't know what the exterior color is. I don't really know what that does for like heat, but as far as just the look of it, it looks super sick, kind of Darth Vader, real sweet looking. For your compartments, this front one here is going to be your propane tank. Propane tank there. You're gonna have outdoor TV and sound bar underneath here, or actually outdoor TV with the built-in sound bar. Beneath that, you're gonna have storage. This does have an on-demand water heater. So you've got that right here. That's again a painted door for that. So everything's painted on this, so it looks really nice and streamlined. This is just gonna be access to your refrigerator, so not really much to do there unless you have problems. But yeah, I really like the exterior color of this. I think it looks really, really sweet. It's just new. It's kind of like an updated look, so I like that. So I want to swing you guys around to the back. Not only do you have a TV here, you also got a pull-out table and a mini fridge, so it makes hanging out outside just really, really comfortable. All right, guys, so this compartment here is going to be you have an exterior table here with the sink. You also have a quick connect for propane here that goes straight to your propane tank. So you can hook up your grill or your little burner, whatever, your Blackstone. Yeah, when this folds out, so this is actually super sick. So this is a new sink compared to what they did on the previous year models. So we'll pull this out. Table's gonna come. This leg is really cool too because it'll drop for different heights. So like see right now it wouldn't touch. So what I would do is lower that. Easy does it. Then we have a huge prep area out here. I'm sure you can lock that into place somewhere. All right, guys, so I'm looking around the table here more. I told you I thought there'd be a way to support it. There's actually 2 arms on, I believe, either side that you push down and they'll lock it out to hold this thing out. So that's good. Also, there's another leg of support underneath here, and same thing, you unscrew that and lower, and that's probably easier to do before you fold this out. But nice little area here, man. I mean, this is a huge table, so this is great. I mean, I like to do a lot of outdoor cooking, so this is fantastic, I guess. And that's like a little kitchen. Hey, you could even make this thing like a little bar, man. That's cool. But yeah, so that's gonna be your prep area here, and then you're gonna have mini fridge here, which these are both options. You can either get this without the table, so you just have extra storage there. The fridge, you can do the same, and this just becomes more storage whenever you don't have the fridge as well. So on the roof of this, you do have 200 watts of solar already. I forgot to mention, but at the front, you've got a plug to add extra solar if you guys wanted to do that. I think 200 watts is plenty for what most people are gonna do with this. If you wanna do some serious boondocking, then you might consider more. So we're gonna swing around to the back here so you can check out the storage compartment on that end before we check inside and see the updated finishes. All right guys, so around the back now, I showed you a Winnebago Mini Winnie 31K a few weeks back that has something similar to this. So this does have the rear bed. So this is your bed like that. So whenever you have the rear bed, you have massive storage. I mean, and this is even better. So since you do have the mini fridge, you don't get access from that side to the storage compartment, but you have another door over there that I'll show you in a minute. But huge storage here. What I love, I don't know if this is just like I don't know if there's actually a reason like build wise they did this. Maybe it's because maybe that's the frame, but you have like a raised portion right here, and it's got like a plastic, almost like bed line or like a, not bed line or chair. It's hard to describe it. It's got like a plastic insert here is what I would say, with different grooves in it so you can store your stuff without it rolling all over the place. And then on either side, you've got 2 boxes on either side, so 4 total that dip down where you can store stuff in and keep it from rocking and rolling. It's a really nice organizer's dream back here, and it's huge. This is like some of the biggest Class C storage you'll ever see. So I want to swing around the side, show you the side entrance to this, and also point out a couple nice luxury features on the slides. All right guys, so around curbside now, I mentioned you have access to your storage here, so access from there. You've also got the hollow bumper, so you can stick your sewage hose in there and not have to worry about taking up any interior compartments with it and get that stink everywhere. You can just stick it right through there. Outdoor shower, and then this is a feature that I really love a lot. Instead of your city water connections being down here, which isn't that far of a bend, it still is underneath the slide, but it's easy to get to. I don't have to like bend down way deep to do it. And I've got a city water connection, a tank flush, and then this third one, I actually don't know. I guess one of these fills your freshwater tank and one is just a city water. Fuel fill there. You're gonna have your sewage up here. I absolutely love the fact that this is tucked up high. I've seen on previous, honestly, even this exact model, I think a couple years ago, this was kind of low and we had to do some adjustments on it to make it sit right. Like this is sitting high, guys. So you have great ground clearance. You're not gonna whack that on a curb if you happen to go over one. I should have mentioned earlier, but you do have automatic leveling jacks on this. This is the Bigfoot leveling system. So push button, hydraulic leveling, rock and roll. Very easy, that's why it's sitting so pretty now. So the luxury features I was talking about are gonna be on top of your slide topper. So on top of your slide, you have slide toppers. So that's gonna keep you from having to get up there and blow it off with a leaf blower or sweep it off with a broom before you pull the slide in. It just makes using this thing a lot more easy and just way more convenient. You don't have to worry about all that stuff that nobody wants to do. So let's check it out. And guys, if you happen to find this video by accident, you're wondering, man, what time of year was they shot this? Must have been the summer. This is November and we're in shorts and short sleeve and we're sweating, guys. It's Louisiana winter, man. It's brutal, or fall if you want to call it. But yeah, let's go check out the inside. All right, guys, so inside the 319 now, right in front of you, you get pretty much all your controls, other than the air conditioner and the refrigerator. Everything's gonna be right here. So starting at the bottom, you're gonna have your battery disconnect. You're gonna have different light switches for interior lights, exterior lights, awning controls. As I mentioned a second ago, your Bigfoot awning system. Go Power solar controller. Like I said, 200 watts of solar up top. Fagatti on-demand water heater. Auto gen start. This is such a fantastic thing to have because it can you can set it for different things. One of the most useful and probably the most common is that the generator, you can enable it and the generator will crank whenever the voltage gets to a certain level. So if like your voltage gets too low, so just so you don't come back to a dead motorhome, it cranks up the generator and it'll charge up your batteries for you. And obviously you have to have enough fuel in the tank, but it's a really great system nonetheless. You do have 12-volt tank heaters on this. Fantastic for those of you who are going to be using this in cold weather. Like I mentioned, we don't have that 85 degrees, I think, on a November day. Water pump here. You got your generator controls. You do have Wi-Fi, so this actually does have the OneGuard 360 Plus. You still have to buy the subscription, but it's already got the hardware for you, which is the expensive part, so that's great. And then both your slide-out controls and tank monitors here. Now also, you might see this little edge here. This TV actually raises up, and this is super sick, guys. So when it's down, you have extra countertop space. You can see the window more, so you get a little bit of extra natural light. And then whenever it's up, obviously you get a big, beautiful 4K smart TV. And you can see, guys, the picture on this is fantastic. Now, it does also have a built-in sound bar to it. So the same as your exterior TV, it's the same TV. I think it looks bigger to me. It might be the same size, I don't know. But just to be clear, it is 2 separate TVs. And then you're gonna have wireless phone charger here. When you push it up, you've got USB and USB-C here, which is great. So let's swing around so you can see the living situation here. It's really, really comfortable. This is all new interior for Coachmen in 2025. I think you guys are really gonna like this. It's very modern, but not too much. All right, guys, so we're inside now. I moved back so you can kind of get a full shot of everything. First reaction, let me know in the comments, what do you think about this new cabinetry? I like it a lot. It's very simple. Just to kind of jog your memory, on the previous year model Coachmans, they had like a kind of like glass, ceramic, little like, basically like the cabinets had see-through parts on the door, which I didn't mind. But this is just more like, I don't want to call it like basic, but it's just simple. Like, it's not really too crazy. It's not trying to be something that it's not. It's just really simple and really, really pretty. So of course you can see the TV here. This is going to be a new color here, so extra prep space here. I think looks like, yeah, that's about as far as it goes. So extra prep space there. Underneath you're going to have a little cubby storage here. Actually, that's not little, that's pretty deep. And then below that you're going to have your electric fireplace, which is great. Storage compartments here. Oh, and these have the soft close, guys. Check that out. Wow, that's awesome. Big sink. So it is one big sink. It's not a separate sink, but it's huge. You have the solid countertops on this with the matching sink covers. And then on the sink, you do have the pull-out faucet, which is great. Above that, you're gonna have storage here. And this is actually like partially 2-tiered storage. So you have the bottom storage, and then up top that you have like a little shelf that could be like a great spice rack or something. To the left, you're gonna have 3 burners here. No traditional oven. Instead, you're gonna have the microwave with convection oven. Above that, you're gonna have, I mentioned the 3 burners, you're gonna have your range hood here with a light and a fan. And then you've got huge storage here too. I mean, this is that deep and all the way up, just one big open storage area. To the left, you're gonna have dining here. And actually, it's all new coloring, as I mentioned, but this is a new material for the table. This actually reminds me of what Winnebago uses in their view. It's really, really pretty, just a nice beveled edge. That will make down to a bed, and then you're gonna have your recliners here. So I actually want to pan around so you guys can see these recliners better. They do a lot, and they look really good too. All right, guys, so I'm sitting in the recliners now. These are similar design, but new color, and they're more comfortable than they were in previous years. I don't know what material this is. It feels kind of like a vinyl or something. It feels pretty good. It doesn't feel like that pleather, so that's a plus. So they are electric recliners. Positives and negatives of that. Positives, electric recliners are sweet. Negative, these are 110 powered. So you'd have to have a generator run or be plugged in to use the recliners. That's not my favorite thing, not a deal breaker, but I do like to mention that just so you guys know. There also are heated and massage seats as well, and they have a little accent light as well. But they are really, really comfortable. And then you do have the lights underneath the cabinets here. I forgot to point out, I'll show you in a second, but you also have rope lights underneath the cabinets too. They just make it look good, man. They just make it feel good in here. It feels homey. It feels really nice. But yeah, just want to show you guys the recliners. I really like them. We're gonna move back to the shower, and I actually want to show you the fridge. This is a new fridge for the 2025 year model as well. All right, guys, so I moved back here so you can see the fridge. One thing that I want to point out, I feel like Coachmen does a better job at this than most. It's the natural light aspect. I feel like they put huge windows in here and tons of windows. Like they're huge window here, another big window in front of the recliners, and then in the kitchen alone, you have 2 windows on that wall as well. It's just, and another one up at the bunk, and then the door has a window on too. It's just a lot of natural light in here, and with the light colors, it just feels really, really good. So this is gonna be a Magic Chef 12-volt compressor-driven refrigerator. You guys know I love that. Cools a lot faster. And then this, so Coachmen did this on the 2023 model. I believe on 24 they didn't do it and then they brought it back. So this is like an updated Magic Chef version. So opens from this side, or if you're in a shower and you need a little, you know, a little yogurt or something like that in the shower, you grab it on this side, hey, rock and roll. And the freezer does the exact same thing. Oh no, it doesn't actually, so that's different. In 23 it does, and this, it's just a pull-out drawer. Interesting, I don't mind that. Was nice. Oh wow, that's a really big, that goes down pretty deep, guys, and then this just slides along. That's nice. You do have a sliding door to close off like the bathroom and the bedroom if you want. So it slides like this. Magnets. Now one thing to consider is that it doesn't have a door for the bathroom. Now you could, I don't really see anything that would stop you from doing that, to adding another like pocket door right here so you get a solid door for the bedroom, because right now you just have a curtain. Doesn't really bother me, but I know sometimes people like to have a door to the bedroom as well. If you want to do that, you certainly can. I'm gonna scoot back, show the shower. I love the shower on this because it's a split bath, and then you do have like a whole nother door for the bathroom. So let's check that out. All right guys, so I'm in the bedroom, or in the bathroom now, not the bedroom. And I mentioned it's a split bath, so I love that you have a door here. Now one thing too, this door, or the wall has a magnet on it, so whenever I push this door that way, it does kind of act as a door too. Now, you probably wouldn't use that as like your bedroom door. I would think, kind of as I mentioned a second ago, you'd probably still add a pocket door if that's what you wanted to do. But in the bathroom, so you've got storage here, and then of course mirror here, and actually they have a little towel hook too. I always like having that just so I don't have to drill holes myself. I like having it in here. Like if it's at my house, I'll drill a hole in it. But for RVs, like I don't want to drill a hole in a perfectly good wall if I don't have to. Tons of countertop space here. The sink is good. I'm not busting my knuckles. Good size sink. The faucet is not plastic. The sink is plastic. The faucet's not plastic, so it's actually a pretty and good quality faucet. Toilet is porcelain, so that's a plus. I think good leg room. Yeah, good leg room in the toilet as well. And then storage underneath here as well for like toilet paper and such. And then also a little cubby here for your towels or so. I always like to point this out. I love whenever you have a vent for the air conditioning in the bathroom. Most RVs will, but it's always something that you want to look for just to make sure, like, because it kind of gets uncomfortable in here. Like if you're traveling, everything's closed up, it can get really hot in here. So having a vent for the AC is really important to me. To the right, you're gonna have 4 hooks for towels or hats or clothes, you name it, which are really convenient. And then right above, you do have a 12-volt fan as well to help vent this thing out if you need. So we're gonna flip around to the shower. What's up, folks? So good size shower here. Instead of like the Nautilus shower doors that you'll see on some models, this has like the actual like glass or ceramic, whatever you want to call it, here. So, and it is, you can't see through it obviously, but it is solid. So there's one thing I like about that, I like the look of this door. Sometimes when it's closed, like my elbows would actually be pretty tight in here. Since the Nautilus has a little give, this doesn't. So it is a little bit tighter. Personally, I like the look for it. I'll sacrifice function for look a lot of times. And whenever it comes to showers, I'm not spending a ton of time in it anyway. To the left, so you're gonna have your faucet here. This does have the shower miser system, which is fantastic. We've covered this before, but it's basically a system where you don't have to waste any fresh water. You don't have to waste any gray tank space. So it basically makes it where you turn these 2 knobs here, and if you guys saw the last video, I have water dripped on me, so I'm not gonna do that again just in case there's any residual. But you turn those down, and then you twist the shower miser knob here, and when the water gets hot, this little blue plastic piece will turn white and streaky, and then you just flip the switch back, and the water coming out is hot in an instant. So some likes and don't likes in the shower. Obviously the skylight's great, that's pretty standard. I like that you have 4 shelves here to store soap or shampoos and stuff like that. I don't love, and this is also pretty standard, but plastic shower head. It actually looks good, but I prefer to upgrade to get one with like a bigger spray nozzle. This might spray harder than the big spray nozzle, but I don't know. That's just my preference. That's pretty standard. All in all, the shower's not bad. I like the look of it. It is a little bit tight, so this is elbows spread. I'm touching right about there, so it is a little bit tight. But again, I'm not spending a ton of time in the shower anyway, so I'll sacrifice this for having a great bathroom and living area and bedroom. Speaking of the bedroom, let's jump over there. All right, guys, so we're in the bedroom now. I mentioned we were outside. It does have the north to south rear bed, so great storage underneath, but also great storage inside. Tons of cabinet space here. You've got your second slide out right here, so your closet space is fantastic. So you've got like a little shoe rack here. You have an upper shelf, and then all across this, the right door, you have just huge cabinet space and hanging space. So I do want to mention, you do have 2 ACs on this, so you're gonna have a 15K ducted on the front, and then this is going to be a 11K non-ducted here. And then for your generator, you do have 4500 inverter generator, so plenty enough to run both ACs without a problem. To the right, or to my right, we're gonna have overhead storage here. This is one of my favorite features on this Leprechaun. I think it's just really usable, and it's a benefit that it really benefits a lot of customers. So Coachmen has little pre-drilled holes here, like little, it's not even holes, or they are, but they look better than that. Like they have covers to them so you can close up and look nice, and plugs on either side. So you can put like CPAP machine up here and run everything through this little opening and plug it in with no problem. It's up out of the way. You don't have to worry about, because you don't have like a side table on this, you do on that side, but still you can just put a CPAP up there and it's great. I mentioned all the windows, huge window there. I have the shade drawn. Another big window in the rear here, so still tons of natural light. 110 plugs underneath, said that. And then on this side, you're going to have USBs. They might be USB-Cs. No, just USBs, and then a regular 12-volt plug as well. Huge closet storage here. I mean, this goes all the way back here, and it's really wide too. Hanging space there, and then also you've got some space underneath. And then underneath, you're gonna have a pull-out drawer here, which is, again, tons of storage. To that far side, you have like a nightstand with a pull-out drawer, and then above that you have smaller but still nice hanging space as well. On this wall, you are able to mount a TV, and even with, well, I'll get to that in a second, but yeah, you can mount a TV here. You've got plugs, you've got the TV hookup, so that's very convenient. But even with the AC in here, you still have 2 vents for your AC from the ducted AC. So even if you're not running that, you'll be plenty fine just cooling it with the one main AC. Yeah, this is a really nice bed, a really nice bedroom. This is a RV queen, so a little bit shorter, 60 by 74, but tons of space in here, tons of light. I really just love these colors. It makes everything feel a lot bigger, a lot more homey too. So let's flip around. I want to check out the front of the coach, show you the bunk area there, and then show you the updated cab for the 2025 model. All right, guys, so in the front now, I'm right in front of your bunk area here. I love the way that Coachmen does their bunks. Instead of having just a full-size mattress here that's kind of like bigger than you need anyway, instead, your mattress actually cuts off here, and then you're gonna have storage underneath here and cup holders, USB plugs there. This is just a front little drink holder area for whenever you swivel these 2 seats around. Yes, these seats are swivel seats. Very easy to do. You're just gonna pull this and then turn that there and then rock and roll. So this is a new material for the seats this year, a new vinyl material. It's really pretty. It's not like the cloth. The cloth just boring, look like a U-Haul van. So that's new. Also, you have a new radio this year, which I really, really like. So we're gonna get a little bit closer to that so I can show you a couple of the bells and whistles on that and show you another feature that I absolutely love. All right, guys, so let's go a little bit forward now so you can see this. This is a new radio. I absolutely love this. It's huge, first of all. I feel like I could watch a movie on this. It probably won't let you. You might have to like jailbreak it or something. I don't know. You can probably do a lot with this. I don't think you can do a TV, but you can definitely do Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, radio, USBs, SD cards, all that stuff. But also, like, this is small detail, but I like these like changing color lights underneath. They're just kind of sick. But one of my favorite features about the Leprechaun is whenever you have your side view cameras and your rear view cameras, instead of the camera going here, and also I forgot to mention, check this out. So I can angle this towards me, which is great because when the glare comes in, depending on where you're driving, this makes that really convenient. But instead of, so let's say I have my navigation on this through Apple CarPlay, and then I want to like change lanes. So in a lot of motorhomes, what would happen is I would lose my navigation. Even just for a minute, that will go away and the camera would show up here. But instead on this, I have a constant view of what's going on the camera screen here. So I can see my side view cameras. Also, I tow my Jeep behind, so like I could see my Jeep at all times behind this and still see the navigation. So it's like a thing that like, you don't really think of whenever you're looking for an RV. You don't think, oh, I want 2 screens, but that's just like a practical use of it. It's a really, really nice to have. It's a feature that I love a lot. Also with the new chassis, new Ford chassis, you do have a 110 plug here, which is great. Just in case you've got like a bigger device, like an iPad that the USB doesn't charge as fast, you can just plug it in right there. Honestly, I don't remember if this was there or not, but like a little compartment here for like a wallet and some coins, if you guys know what coins are anymore. I know most folks don't use those as much. But yeah, I like the cab convenience features this year. I like the new color. It's really not bad at all. So I'm gonna spread back out so we can kind of get an overview of this thing and finish it up. All right guys, so I flipped back around just to give you one last shot of how beautiful this coach is. Just to give you a quick sum up, new paint job, new interior that's absolutely beautiful. You've got automatic leveling jacks on this, 4500 inverter generator, 2 air conditioning units, recliners, new upgraded interior for the front seats as well. This thing's got a lot to give. And I think it's at a very competitive price as well, guys. You know, we don't try to plug prices and plug buy from us all the time. Obviously, we appreciate it. But for any current pricing and availability, check the link down below. For any questions, you can reach out to us via 225-275-2940. Ask for me directly. I would love to help you. Yeah, we appreciate you guys stopping by. And as always, enjoy the journey.